Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I've just found a prop here to enable me to take some photos. Given that I'm 60 at the moment, I'm just going to sit in that zero when I get a chance and get a few pics. That's something for another day. Anyway, welcome to Saturday. It's overcast, it's been raining. It's early in the city, it's quiet, and it's the start of another weekend, a weekend of summer. And what I'm going to do today is do a walk and talk as I head off to work. And the topic of discussion for today is a book summary, and the book is entitled The Sleep Solution. The Sleep Solution by Dr. Chris Winter. So what we'll do is we'll step through this book here, because I know it's a topic which is near and dear to many people's hearts, because sleep is one of those critical things that we need in our lives, because it impacts basically everything we think and do. And the doctor here in this book points out something which is fairly obvious. And the obvious thing that is highlighted is that if your sleep is poor, your mood, weight and health will also be challenged. So it just goes to put things into perspective and to let us know how important sleep is, how very, very important sleep is to each and every one of us, and how we need to get on top of our sleep patterns and sleep hygiene in order to live a better life. So let's kick off with the first key point that comes from this book. And the author suggests that you cannot be healthy if you don't sleep well. Can't be any more, pointed and bold with that. At the end of the day, the author here says in no uncertain terms that you can't enjoy health if you don't enjoy good sleep. So it's something to think about, something to contemplate, because we don't give it too much thought. So what the author will do is step us through why sleeping is so important to everybody, and encourage us to spend a little bit more time, a little bit more quality time in terms of sorting out our sleep thing in our life. The author reminds us that when we're sleeping, the toxin removal process from our brain is far more active. So through sleep, you're removing toxins from your brain, as well as allowing your body to work on removing toxins and repairing tissue and doing all the things that it needs to do during your downtime. So the author then goes on to say that if you have a lack of sleep, then you also have other issues, heart issues, which could lead to blood clots increase with a lack of sleep. Your immune system is affected through lack of sleep. So there's a whole stack of things. That happen to us if we're not sleeping well. So there's a call to action. There's a call to action for each and every one of us to do something productive and deliberate about arranging and organising a better sleep hygiene in our lives. So the second point that the author makes in the book is all about sleep hygiene, and he encourages us to consider developing a routine for sleep. I guess it's something that I never grew up with in terms of being an only child and having a routine with my parents working 7 days a week, and with the social calendar that we had in the 60s. But the author says that a routine for sleeping is extremely important, and I see it through my eldest daughter, Catherine, how she has set up a routine for her daughters, and every night the routine's the same. It's a bath time, it's putting on the pyjamas, it's reading a book, and going to bed at the same time, regardless of what's happening around us. Winter, summer, spring, autumn, the room is darkened and the kids are put to bed. But what the author says is that we need to maintain this routine even in our adult lives. So we need to be able to manage the pattern and the environment to enhance our sleep experience. So the things that we need to consider doing is to prepare our environment and our patterns for sleep. And the author talks about light, the light versus dark. It's scientifically proven, and we all probably understand this as being very obvious, but darkness is required for us to sleep, because darkness allows us to secrete melatonin, which is a hormone that enhances our sleep and makes us feel sleepy. So you need to have darkness in order to improve and to bring on sleep. And the melatonin production comes into operation when you're sleeping and when you're in darkness. So the key is to darken the room as much as you can with heavy curtains to block out as much light as possible, and to enable you to get into that relaxed state that will lead you to deep sleep. So get the room as dark as possible, and turn off devices as early as possible as well is another key ingredient. And the choice of mattress is key, and all of these other things. So they recommend a mattress called a Purple brand, a Purple mattress, which has got a patented technology which will enhance our sleep experience, according to the author. So I'll look into that. I don't think you can buy them here in Australia, but we'll look and see and find out. It's amazing what you can do on the internet these days. And the last point that the author talks about in the book is the key about routine. Routine is key. So we need to basically be doing the same thing at the same time and stay consistent. So the last point after that is the talk about the I word. The I word being insomnia. It's a word that brings fear and terror into many people. So according to the author, insomnia is the frustration that we feel at not getting enough sleep, and to realise that approximately 1 in 5 people, or 20% of the population, suffer from not getting enough sleep. So there are 2 parts to insomnia that the author brings to our attention. The first part is not being able to get to sleep in the first place, and the author has given some advice and some hacks in terms of what we need to do to get to sleep, and to help the melatonin production make us sleepy and bring us to that state, that physical state and mental state that will enable us to shut our eyes and get some peace. But the second thing that the author talks about in terms of insomnia is the frustration, the annoyance that you feel from not getting enough sleep. So according to the author, if lack of sleep bothers you, then you can pretty well understand that you've got insomnia, because it comes out of anxiety, out of a state of anxiety which just eats away at you year in, year out, and basically plays on your health, and as we said before, can lead to a number of significant and dangerous health issues if not managed. So it leads to heart issues, it leads to blood clots, it leads to frustration, anxiety, mood changes. So we basically need to get on top of it, learn to deal with it in order to enhance our health and to live happily ever after. As corny as it sounds, sleep is something that we spend a third of our life doing. And if you're not sleeping well, then you're basically wasting a third of your life, but you're also reducing your lifespan through impacting your health, because your mood will be worse, so you won't be fun to be around yourself, but also other people won't find you to be of good fun to be around. Your weight will fluctuate, and with that, all the health issues that follow will impact you. And as we said before, the heart issues, the immune system issues, the inability for your brain to release toxins. So all of those things will eat at you day by day, and the condition will snowball, and before you know it, you'll be in a terrible state of health and not being able to do anything about it because you've not addressed it as early in your life as what you should have. Anyway, that's about it from me for today on the book The Sleep Solution by Dr. Chris Winter. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's try and do whatever we can to get on top of this whole sleep thing that we need to maintain and manage, and to help those around us who may also be suffering insomnia and challenges with their sleep, and to just do whatever we can to get on top of it, as we said, to improve it, and to live with peace and serenity. So thank you very much once again for joining me on Jim's 5am Club. It's a wet day here in Sydney on this Saturday, but we'll see where it leads us. I'll come to you again throughout the day with a few more book summaries on Jim's 5am Club. And once again, thank you for taking the time and to being loyal to this project that I've got up and running. And I hope you're gaining from it as much as what I'm gaining by delivering it. So live, learn and pass it on. I look forward to coming to you again later on in the day, maybe at my morning tea break with another book summary, but I've got quite a few that I've pre-prepared now. I've got maybe about 40 or 50 book summaries, and they're all very, very interesting. There's lots of lessons to be learnt, so stick with me, because I guarantee that you will learn more about more things by following me than every single other friend or connection that you got on Facebook, or the collection of all of your friends put together. That's my promise to you. So stick with me, and we'll go and enjoy ourselves on this wonderful journey of discovery, learning, and growth. Take care. Yasas and Filakia from Jim on Jim's 5am Club on this overcast, wet Saturday morning. Take care and bye for now.